Hi, welcome to this video today, which is on the 20th of February. We are on Thursday. We're just going to give an updated outlook and forecast for the USD today. Now, we've got plenty of charts to look at. We'll go and take a look at them in just a moment. I was going to do this video at the weekend, but I may not be here, so I'm going to do it today. I think we can get some action in dollar pairs tomorrow. Plenty of data coming out. The dollar is really in a nice big uptrend. Regular viewers know we've been bullish for months. We're bullish of the dollar on all other currencies bar two. And yeah, really massive open profits. Are there more to come? Yes, is the answer, because the dollar has got a lot of bullish fundamentals behind it, and a lot of traders just simply aren't considering. It is going higher longer term, but I don't rule out retracements, but they're going to be buying opportunities. Also, in terms of dollar pairs, there's certain dollar pairs, even if you don't trade them, you should keep your eye on them because they're going to give you clues to what might happen in other currencies. Now, in terms of the charts, what we are going to do is we are going to go and take a look at them right now. But just please do keep in mind, it is my view as of this specific moment in time. It can, of course, change in line with the market conditions and action. If you want all our trading techniques, our daily technical sentiment analysis of 14 Forex pairs, all you need to do is click on the link beneath this video and you will get live access to our member centre. Right, let's go and take a look at some trade setups. Euro USD daily chart, and in terms of the chart, not too much difference from the weekend, just a little bit lower. We've now crept up to around 400 pips in profit. Really good in this pair considering the low volatility. Now, I still don't see big bounces in the euro. We've got some data out of Eurozone tomorrow. If it's as expected, you might get a little bit of a bounce, but big trend is down. 109, 109.40 rallies should fade. We've taken half our trade off. We'll sell back to these double trend lines or clear break of the low. And while it looks like a nice big fall, volatility is low. So we can easily, and I said at the weekend, get big extension candle to the downside. Eurozone just spiraling towards recession, negative rates. USD got positive carry. USD, big fundamentals favour it. And there are not enough speculators short at the moment to trigger a trend change. Bounces are selling opportunities. Now, one important point to keep in mind regarding the dollar, and this is to do with all pairs, okay, is that normally when you've got risk on in the markets, you've got a lot of dollar loans being granted in the global economy, which will naturally force the dollar down. But yeah, the global economy is actually contracting. Okay, global trade is contracting. Dollar loans are not going out in a big way. And that's bullish for the dollar. And when we talk about risk on, I don't think anyone really believes it in terms of the stock markets. We know they're held up by central bank money, the US stock market by the Fed. A lot of people say, well, the Fed are increasing their balance sheet. That's bearish for the dollar. No, it's not. It's not going outside the States. It's mostly propping up the stock markets. This one's going down a lot further. Bounces are selling opportunities. Now, if we go on to the next pair is GBP USD. I'm bullish of the GBP, so we'll cover that in another video. That's one of the two pairs where I'm not bullish of the dollar. Australian dollar. Again, not too much difference in the weekend, but we are a little bit weaker. And, basically 300 odd pips now. And it doesn't want to rally, does it? And you've had a lot of talk about things are getting better in terms of China and the coronavirus. That problem is not over. And even if it's solved quickly, what you've got effectively is such a big dent on Chinese trade. It's huge. China's going for a hard landing. It's really going to hurt the Aussie. The Aussie's had a nice downtrend. It tried to get through resistance and a 20-day moving average. Can't do it. It's a sell on any rally back towards the 67 level. Obviously, look for weakness off the level. Or again, just sell through the low. I'd go through 66. Again, volatility is not very high here either, sorry. So we need to go down to 63, and we probably overshoot that level. Big trend is down. There's nothing going to come in that is really going to support the Aussie. Okay, it's so tied to China and global trade, and China and global trade are slowing up. Okay, now in terms of the next pair, This is the other pair that I'm actually bearish of the dollar on. It's the one that I got wrong. I had a stop behind this level. It's important to keep your eye on this pair actually. Behind 110.40, look, blasted out, follow through a little bit today, but no real, follow through. We can't follow through this round number. I think that was just a stop hit. Okay, and I think, if USD falls on the JPY, then look, not necessarily sell USD JPY, but sell the commodity currencies on the JPY. Let's just see what this one's doing tonight. Euro USD, you see not much difference. USD JPY. Just thinking about it. There we go. See, it doesn't really want to get through that 112 level. It just looks like stops being triggered. This isn't fresh buying. I've seen that in the media where it says, people are buying the US dollar. That's not mostly fresh buying. That's the stop hit there, which took place. It was a big monthly level. Stops have pushed the dollar up. Looking for a top here. We shall see. Right, moving back to my charts. Let's go to this pair here, which is the Canadian dollar. Nice big uptrend, a retracement. Canadian dollar. Its background isn't as bearish as the Australian dollar, but market is too bullish of the CAD, and you've got a natural retracement. If I was coming in long on this one, I'd just come through these candles here. I won't wait for these to get taken out. We go through there tomorrow. We'll be going through to the upside. Long way to go. I said it in the video at the weekend. I think Canada, market doesn't think they're going to cut rates soon. They'll be cutting within months. CAD overbought, USD a lot more upside. So come through this level, stop back behind this level here. Right, there's main majors. Now let's go and look at some other dollar pairs, and some of them are really interesting. So let's go and take a look at them. Right, we are on USD NOK, and I mentioned this in the video at the weekend. I think it's got far more upside to come. A lot of people may say, well, that's a really big rise, about 6% from when we came into it. But look at the dollar, firm above this first support level. Crude oil has actually firmed a bit in the last few days. It can't help the NOK. If it sells off, we think it's going to sell off really hard. You can buy this on continuation. I've got a target of 10. It could go even higher. I think dollar could bubble higher on a lot of pairs. And look at the 20-day moving average. We haven't been back to it. So it's a buy on continuation. If we did get stopped out through the 20, we'd probably look to come back in on strength. Let's see what it's doing tonight. Was it broken higher? No, it's still the same. But don't be frightened of buying continuation. But this pair is one to keep an eye on. It's a lesser looked at pair, but a big oil exporter, really sensitive to crude oil. Crude oil, I think, big meltdown. USD going to the upside. Now this pair looks really interesting to me. Even if you don't trade it, keep your eye on it. It's USD CNH, and in terms of the USD CNH, offshore spot Chinese one. Did I say that? You've heard about coronavirus. So all's good. It's peaked. China's saying it's not going to dent economic growth too much, but we've broken out of the range. I could take those lines a bit further across, but finished near the high, or finishing near the high. Hopefully, see where we are. CNH off the high, so it's a buy through the high. This is a real barometer for risk on, risk off. If we really start going up, we'll get to 720, I think. We could even go as high as 10. The offshore one is just very, very overvalued, and there are a lot of problems in the global economy. Do not be deceived by stock markets. China is in terrible problems at the moment, which they know. They don't really, they're not going to admit to it, basically. Virus isn't over. China slow up, could have a hard landing. Dollar on the up. Even if you don't trade it, keep your eye on it. Same with the next pair. Now, this pair may not look like it's moving fast, but this is the fastest moving pair that we monitor, and you can tell it by the scale. That's a really big move. Dollar's going up higher. And keep in mind the TRY, what is it, 10% interest rate? It's got the yield advantage over the dollar. But yeah, dollar's going up. This is one to keep on. If these blues start getting bigger, that is really going to weigh on risk on. Why? Because Turkey's got a huge amount of debt, particularly the European banks. And if the TRY starts to really get hit, those loans that they've granted are going to be very expensive to pay back, and there'll be a lot of defaults. We saw it the last time the TRY melted, the euro went down. Keep your eye on the TRY in terms of what could happen in the euro and in terms of risk on generally. Should you trade the TRY? It's for the brave. I always like doing a small position in it. On retracements for sure. On a break above 610. Only a small position though, but I think this could go up as high as 650. Go and look at the weekly chart. This pair, keep an eye on it. And also you've got that big problem between Russia and Turkey in Syria. That could boil over. That could cause a big move up in the USD. Next pair. This is the pair that really has frustrated me recently. It's USD MXN. Now, what I like about this pair, I've got two trades in, one slight profit, one slight loss this morning. Record number of specs short. This one's got an interest rate advantage over the USD as well, but there's too many speculators short. Trying to punch out the 20-day moving average this morning. Just looking for it to be punched out today. Let's have a look at it. That's it. She's gone through the 20. The stops should get run. It's a buy on continuation in our view. And there's so many speculators short, we can easily get up to 2050 pretty quickly. You can see how fast we moved up there. That was a big stop hit of specs. We could get the same again. In terms of next pair, sorry. Also, just before I'm going to USD CZK, but in terms of the Mexican peso, the Turkish lira, all those exotic currencies, when the dollar really starts motoring on them, it's a warning. It can motor on other currencies as well. And also you've got the warning of risk off coming. Now this is the Czech krona, a euro proxy. And we always look at the proxies. If the euro's going down hard, the proxies very often get hit harder. This one, not as hard as I thought. But you can see, come through the 20-day moving average, support, support, support. We're looking for the breakout at the weekend. And, well, we've broken two levels of resistance since then. Going up to here, then right off the top of my screen to 26. One of the most overvalued currencies against the USD. Far, far higher prices coming in our view. I'd buy continuation through the high or key off the 20-day move-in average. Next pair NZD USD. We looked at the weekend. We were saying, basically it's going down. Any rallies or selling opportunities. And we did rally, but look at it, it's gone down. Since we broke the 20-day moving average, we haven't even come back to test it. You see that in a lot of the pairs that were bullish of the USD on. The 20-day moving average has not been touched or has contained rallies. Good profits in this one, 350 pips, there's more to come. It's just like the Aussie really in terms of background, but the market is too bullish of the Kiwi. They think the RBNZ are going to keep rates on hold this year. They won't. They'll be cutting them in the next few months. Big trend is down, a lot more downside. Go to 60, possibly even overrun that level. Next one, USD SEK. Followed this one for a while. Nothing good going on in Sweden. Terrible fundamentals for the Swedish economy. The US dollar basically came from a major support level where we took it, and it's going higher. It's going up to here. I'm probably going to make the target open. I think things are that bad in Sweden. Would I buy a continuation in this one? I'd probably wait for the first dip towards the 20-day and key off it. I think on continuation, well, you could. But maybe I'd wait for a dip in this one. But you can see the dollar really doing well on the euro proxies. There's another euro proxy as well, which we'll go and take a look at where it's doing well. Just a few more USD pairs to finish up with. Let's have a look at them. Need to get my menu back. We're going to here. Let's find the USD pairs, and here's another one to keep your eye on. USD rub, another exotic emerging currency with a good interest rate on it, but there's a huge amount of speculators short. They're starting to get run, a little bit of consolidation. Notice 20-day moving average is holding price, breakout up to 67. I might even extend that target. Obviously very influenced by crude oil as well. We think crude's going down. Looks a good breakout trade. Next pair, USD SGD. Sorry, I need to make this chart a little bit bigger for us. Sorry, here we go. USD SGD. Low volatility to high. A lot of traders, they think, oh, low volatility, nothing probably much will happen. Then you get that. You get that in any pair, of course. It can go for you or against you. This occasion, we were lucky enough, it went for us. Big move, more upside to come. Saying at the time, if you want a currency that's really correlated with global trade and China, it's the Singapore dollar. It's been a big move up. More upside to come. I've got 145. I think it could go to 150, 155 even. I would not be frightened of buying continuation, but yeah, dips towards this level here. I think we should find support. So another nice moving, lesser looked at pair. Two more to look at. USD PLN, Polish zloty, similar to USD Czech krona. Since the break of the 20-day moving average when we took her, hasn't even been back to test it. Okay, I'll buy continuation for a break of chart highs and up to 420. Or again, you can come in on the dip and key off the 20-day moving average. So USD PLN and US Czech krona, I really like them. Yeah, USD NOK and USD SEK have had big moves. These two, this one and the Czech krona, winding up for a big move. Last pair, what do we got? USD ZAR, South African Rand, another exotic currency with a good interest rate on it. But look at the dollar. Again, since we took it back at 14.14, look, 20-day moving average, good support. Yeah, it hasn't touched it for a while. Again, go for a continuation or key off the 20-day moving average. So you see with the dollar, it's really built up ahead of steam, and you can look for reasons why it might reverse. Of course, it can reverse in the short term, but it's got solid fundamentals behind it. And I'm not going with this view that it's all fine and dandy because the stock markets are high, because the global economy has got terrible problems. So not so many loans going out in US dollars, which you get obviously real risk on. That's a really big bullish fundamental for the dollar. Yield good. It's a safe haven as well if things go really wrong. I just really like the US dollar, and we've had a great run in USD pairs. I still think that the Japanese yen could firm up, and I'm still thinking the GBP is going up. It's probably going to go up more in terms of against the commodity currencies, which I say frequently. But yen and GBP are the only two currencies that I'm not very, very dollar bullish of. Yen, she turns down on the USD. Look to buy it basically on the weaker credits. Could we get real move to risk off? Got quite a bit of data tomorrow. PMIs coming out. Friday, end of the week, might be a volatile day. We shall see. But done really well in the pairs so far, and we'll see if it continues. The last few pairs I didn't look at the price action as of right now because it hasn't changed much at all. But dollar going well, and hopefully it continues. We'll see. Nothing's ever certain in the forex markets, but it's been a good run so far. Hope it continues. That is the video for today. Thank you very much for watching me as per usual. Take care and have a good day.